Good morning. Just ahead of 4:37. Turning to farm news now. Yesterday, Canada filed a request with the World Trade Organization to invoke as much as $3 billion in retaliatory tariffs on U.S. products over U.S.'s country of origin labels for meat. Canada's Minister for International Trade and Minister of Agriculture issued a joint statement saying they declared Canada's request so it could be considered by the World Trade Organization dispute settlement body June 17th. Canada's Ag Minister Gary Ritt said the WTO has informed Canada that such retaliatory measures could be brought later this summer. Ritz also said a full repeal of COOL is the only option to avoid retaliation. A bill to repeal COOL could come to the floor of the House of Representatives next week. No similar bill, though, has been drafted yet in the Senate. Yesterday, Minnesota Board of Animal Health announced yet another turkey flock infected with bird flu, this one in Brown County down by New Ulm. This brings to 107 the number of farms having to destroy their entire inventory of poultry. 23 Minnesota counties have bird flu, including Clay, Ottertail, Roseau, and Wadena counties. Also this week, the U.S. Department of Agriculture said it would not allow commercial release of a poultry vaccine to fight bird flu because in testing, it was not effective enough. The agency said in a notice that additional criteria must be met before a vaccine can be approved for emergency use. Turkey producers in Minnesota had asked the USDA to approve use of a vaccine to help prevent further infections. Well, as we've been telling you this week here on the Ag Show, fungal leaf diseases have been showing up in the Dakotas in small grains. South Dakota State University Extension says stripe rust, wheat streak mosaic, barley yellow dwarf, and tan spot have all shown up in the jackrabbit state. Meanwhile, in North Dakota, NDSU Extension says although fungicides are a good preventive, there are some rust-resistant varieties available.
With leaf rust, there's a few varieties that we have that are grown in North Dakota that have good leaf rust resistance. However, when it comes to stripe rust, it's not a disease we typically see, so a lot of the breeding efforts haven't focused on this. So right now, especially this would be a good year to see what type of resistance we have in our varieties, and will help with future efforts if this becomes a reoccurring problem.
Extension pathologists in South Dakota say some of the diseases, including wheat streak mosaic and stripe rust, are tough to handle because once they've appeared, there is no real effective treatment for them. Well, if you drove past West Acres yesterday afternoon or evening, you may have wondered, what are these tractors doing out there in the Shotgun Sally parking lot? Well, it was the launch party for a startup group looking for farmers to join their network. It's the Farmers Business Network, a group wanting farmers to pool their precision ag data, taking it to the next level, or to make it easier to understand, or to get answers to questions they haven't been able to ask of their data.
Growers in the Dakotas face a whole lot of uncertainty about their soils, a lot of difficult terrain and swampy lands and things like that. We have growers out in the Devil's Lake area, and especially with growers who manage multi-crop rotations with sugar beets and edible beans, corn, soybeans. FBN works with a number of all those different crops to help them get a better look at their rotations as well.
For a number of years we've had soil maps, GPS information, all kinds of stuff, but we haven't, other than make pretty pictures, we haven't known what to do with it. And that's what these guys do. That's what their expertise is. They have very powerful algorithms and what they call machine science learning that they've gotten from Google that takes all that information, puts it in a way that you as a farmer can say, well, tell me this. What's the best thing if I do this?
And so FBN's really become a movement of farmers. We're in over 18 states now, and it's really taken off like wildfire. Growers are saying, we've got data. We want to look beyond our own farm. We were comfortable using that information with each other to help each other farm better. And so FBN is a farmer-to-farmer network that lets them use data to help each other farm better.
So, after a little libation, the main event was inside. Quite a crowd of not just farmers, but also farm group leaders who showed up to find out what the Farmer Business Network is all about. Maybe to find out why former National Corn Growers CEO Rick Tolman is an advisor for the group, and why Google just invested $15 million in the Farmers Business Network and provided proprietary technology to make sure farmers' private data remains anonymous to everyone but the farmer. Yet the aggregate data would be able to tell farmers a lot about any questions they have. You can get more information on Farmers Business Network at their website, farmersbusinessnetwork.com. Well, in Wisconsin, you could argue most months are dairy months, but starting this week, the rest of the nation joins in on the fun. June is National Dairy Month. All started out as National Milk Month back in 1937 as a way to promote drinking milk when there was a surplus of milk in the U.S. Dairy products like milk contain 9 essential nutrients, which may help to better manage your weight, reduce your risk for high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and certain cancers. Now, despite all of the potential benefits of dairy, doctors do say you should watch how much you take in.
We've heard it so many times before, moderation in everything, right? So same goes with dairy. I know it's in abundance here and it's on everything and it tastes really good, but we want to pick and choose where we have that.
Some dairy products can be high in saturated fat along with all of its nutrients, though, such as many cheeses, but it's Dairy Month, so not only should we consume more ice cream and cheese and yogurt, we need to salute the dairy farmers out there. All right, time is 4:43 now. Right after the break, we're going to come back and take a look at where the storms are going to be the worst today and how much rainfall our weekend storms could give us.